going to show you whilst you're resting the next thing we're going to do. We did a few of these last week. We're going to do some handstand hops. So we're going to bend the knees, and you want to have your hands right up, shoulders up to the sky. And they're not very scary. You're going to bend the knees and you're going to push off. So you're going to lift the hips. Keep the arms nice and straight. And you don't have to go that high. You can keep the legs and you can tuck. But you're thinking about lifting the hips. So you get your hips over your shoulders. So have a go at doing 5 handstand hops. Pressing through those hands. Keeping those hands and arms as straight as possible. Wide fingertips. Clawing at the fingers. Bending the knees. Lifting the hips. Be nice and soft with those toes. And then from here, coming into forward fold. So, if your hamstrings are super tight, you can come onto blocks, weight on the toes, keep the back nice and straight. If you're quite flexible, you can scoop the elbows and scoop the belly over those thighs, weight on the toes. Try and pull out the hamstrings. If that's still too easy for you, you can stand on your blocks to give you a little bit more way to stretch, or your books. But again, you want to engage the legs, weight on the toes, and also relax that head. Try not to look up. Relax the head. Keep breathing here. Scoot the belly to the back of the spine. When you're ready, coming off the blocks, from here we're going to bend the knees, roll up through the spine. Breathing out. Inhale, ankles together. We're going to exhale into chair. So we're going to look at the idea of not flaring the ribs. So sometimes we flare the ribs to compensate for lack of mobility in the shoulders. So if we find this really tricky, we can bring the palms together. Today I'm going to work on tucking the pelvis, and it's going to work the core and protect the spine. If this feels comfortable and you can draw the shoulders down, you're going to stay here. And if you feel like your shoulders are up at your ears, you can bring the palms together. Can you sink down a little further? You're going to bring the knees together, engage adductors. Pressing the palms up to the sky. Can you tuck the pelvis, scoot the belly? Keep breathing here. Go a little bit lower, you're doing really well. And then exhale, lift the hips. We're going to come down to Malasana. So I'm going to bring my feet either side of the mat. So we're going to open the hips. You're going to use the elbows to gently encourage the knees open to the side. Lift through the crown of the head. If it's too easy for you, you can come into a bind. So my bind, I turn my palm of the hand and I wrap it around the leg and open my back arm, or keep it neutral. So sinking the pelvis, lifting the head. And if you've done the bind on the other side, make sure you do the bind to the other side as well. We're going to lift the hips. And from here, yes, it's arm balance time, people. Yes. So if you're beginner or new to yoga, grab a block. So you can practice anything you like tonight. Crow, crane. I was going to teach you something new tonight. I was going to teach you elephant trunk pose. So I'll show you both options. I'll show you 3 options so you can choose which one you want to do. So, much more beginner. Flex the feet, inhale, rotate the hands. Fingertips going towards you. Then you're going to push up and let the head go back. So incline plane. Okay, so that's fingertips behind the hips. If you want an easy version. Harder version, like you're in Malasana. Knees as high as you can on the back to the shoulders. You're going to look forward, scoot those elbows together. If the elbows go out, you're going to fall. Scoot the elbows together. You're going to lift one toe. You might just have one toe today. You might be able to lift both toes. And look forward, scoot the elbows together. You can try crane if you prefer, bringing the knees into the armpits. Or you can do mountain, elephant trunk. So if you want to do crow, you can keep going whilst I'm talking, that's absolutely fine. Elephant trunk. So, it strengthens the arms, your abs, your shoulders. It also stretches the groin and hips. So if you've got any injuries there, just being super careful. The first thing you're going to do is see if you can come into this posture here, knee as close as you can to your sit bone. I'm going to do the upstage leg today, but you're going to do both legs. So you're going to lift the crown of the head as high as you can. We're going to start with just rocking the shin. So you take the foot into the elbow and the elbow into the knee, and you're just rocking the shin from side to side. And so this loosens the hip in the socket. Try not to go like that. You want to keep that spine nice and straight. And you might even stretch it out a little bit. I'm going to get my blocks because I'm going to need these to help. So you can do this. I'm going to break it down, so don't panic. It's okay. So this is a gentle pigeon pose. So what you're going to do is you're going to feed the upstage arm under the leg. Now you really want the shoulder to be as high as you can on the back of the leg. If you're looking at me thinking, oh my goodness, Jo, that's way too much, that's okay, don't do this. Practice your crow, practice your incline plane. I'm just going if you need something a little bit more advanced. So you're going to feed the arm under here, so the back of the knee's on the shoulder. You're going to bring this downstage leg in. If the leg is not on the shoulder, it's just a bit harder, that's all. It's easier if the back of the knee's on the shoulder. You're going to put your hands down either side of you and see if you can just push your hips up a little bit, okay? Now I'm also going to get quite a stretch here, so just going easy. If you find that your arms feel a bit short, you can put your hands on blocks. So my hands are going to be close to my hips, okay? So feeding under here, and then you're going to push up. And again here, keeping your shoulders in line with those wrists, and elbows squeezing together. You might be able to try it with that. You might think, okay, I can actually do that, so I can straighten my leg. The next option is then to lift the leg up. Okay? Also make sure you do it on the other leg. I'm going to let you do the other leg today.